Happy Saturday reading, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, my divine feminine, my divine masculine. For this collective twin flame connection, we have an energy update check on the divine masculine only this time, okay? I have decided to do this check because in the month of October, guys, there is a lot of things happening in the twin flame connection, is also what I'm getting. So last time I did a reading for both you guys, but this time it's going to be an energy check only for the divine masculine after the 1010 portal that we had in the month of October and moving forward into the month of November. End of October, we have another blue moon that's coming up, which is also the harvest moon, and I think it's being happening or it's going to happen on the Halloween, day of Halloween. Okay, anyways, so long story short, people, we got the divine masculine on the table. In total, I've used 19 decks, which is the sun energy. So, which is a very, very positive, very vibrant energy that should talk to us when we go into the reading in here. But to start off with, people, I want to start off with the bottom of the deck because the bottom of the deck always gives us the theme of the reading that we are getting into at this point in time with this collective group of divine masculine of all zodiac signs in here, people. All right? Okay, now for the Akashic record, guys, this man in here has card number 14, which is a major arcana, which is talking about the initiation of the Count of Saint Germain, which is, people, talking about his life changing, and it's a change that is even more intense, I would say, more intense than a transformation or a metamorphosis. It's moving into the higher revelations of his power, his insight, and his achievement. And the time is here now. That's what universe is saying. But for which, guys, he will have to get out of the low vibration energy. Whatever the low vibration has been catching up with him, for quite some time. So it's an enormous uplifting of his self in the energy and in the evolution, which in turn will manifest in the outer reality of his life. Because what the universe is telling him, people, with this card in here, is that the power that he has within himself will impact him in every part of his life. Okay, so this is a huge, huge, huge part of the story in the 5D, guys, that is definitely happening to the divine masculine at this point in time, for which we have all the energies out here in the collective. Okay, now with this, the Moonology card at the bottom says, a fiery kind climax approaches, which is the full moon in Aries. Okay, so this is where the entire story is turning, people. This is where the climax is happening. This is where the passion is coming out. This is where the urge, the urgency to do the right thing in the outer reality, as soon as he can collect his wits around him in the 5D, that will be manifested in the 3D, where there will be a fiery climax that is approaching, which is a full moon in Aries, people. Okay, so this is a huge, huge, huge change in the man in here with this card, because when he got this card, I was like, wow. I was literally wow. Okay, so this is a beautiful start to the whole story in here, people. Now we get into the next part of the story, guys, which is talking about the other oracle I've used, which is calling for disruption in here. Now, disruption of the tower is definitely talking to us about a lot of awakening, guys. A lot of awakening, because if you see after disruption here, he has got the new beginning, okay, which is again a new start, card number 0 or the Fool. So there has to be that low vibration energy with that the initiation of Count of Saint Germain, people, where the low vibrational energy is moving and he is waking up to the reality of his everyday life, of what he needs to do, what he has to work on, how he has to behave himself, everything that is moving towards him in the right direction. With the other oracle people, he has got friendship. Okay, so this is the part of the story, guys, where that entire picture is now coming into the right frame, okay, where he is getting a clarity of his own self, people, of what he needs to do, that awakening of that friendship in this twin flame connection, for which he will have to move out of the low vibrational energy. And that is exactly what the universe is manifesting for him at this point in time, to work his way through into the friendship part of the story in here for you, or with you, people, divine feminine. Okay, now the next part of the wisdom oracle says, guys, deep knowing, or card number 7, very, very spiritual. He knows about this. Very, very spiritual, with this deep knowing, understanding the inner truth, understanding where he had gone wrong, accepting the fact of his life path, whatever he had done wrong, what really went completely kaput in here. Everything, the deep knowing, when you actually block out the noise and hear yourself. That is the deep part of your knowing, of your truth, of your clarity in here, people. The next article says, awakening ancient wisdom, deep inner knowing. See again, deep inner knowing is emerging within me. He knows the entire story, people. He knows the entire story, that awakening is happening with so much of velocity, people. It's not even funny anymore, guys. Really, it's not even funny. And the last card out here, people, with what I've got at the bottom, is playing it safe. Now, here is the point of the whole story, people. When it comes to playing it safe, it's talking about him understanding with his wisdom, with his deep knowing, that from now he will have to be very, very careful with you, divine feminine. If he goofs up, like I've said this, I think before as well, people, if he goofs up, it's gone. It's gone. The universe is giving him one more chance. Take it from me. The universe is giving him one more chance to correct the entire situation. And if this time he goofs up, boom, it's done. It's gone from him. Okay, so he has to play it safe. He has to be very careful. He has to acknowledge his own fault. He has to acknowledge his own wisdom. He has to acknowledge his own story first in the right way, which is happening right now with this man in here. Now, I've got another set of card in here with a major arcana, people. He's called the High Priest or the Hierophant, which is talking about the commitment here, okay? Which is talking about his commitment with you in this twin flame connection. So, the bottom of the deck for this oracle is perfection. This is where the story is. He is perfecting himself. He is perfecting his wisdom. He is perfecting the part where he had been deceiving you, where he had played tricks on this entire story. So this is the point with the high priestess, or I'm sorry, the high priest, people, the Hierophant, guys, where he has gone through the spiritual wisdom. He has gone through the spiritual learning. Either somebody has taught him, or he has developed that within himself through meditation, through courses, through anything that he might have been following in order to understand that he also needs to perfect himself right now. And he has to be very, very careful with regards to what he does from here onwards in this connection. Like I said, this is the last and final, the ultimate chance the universe is giving him, guys. And I'm telling you this, mark my words, okay? So therefore, it's not about just me telling you, it's also the fact of him knowing that, if he goes around doing all this stuff that he has been doing, he will completely kill the entire connection forever here. So this time around, guys, he cannot. He cannot. He has to be very careful. He has to be completely flawless in regards to his understanding, in regards to his intention, in regards to the manifestation, in regards to the course, the journey. He cannot play tricks anymore. He cannot be deceiving this connection anymore. He cannot be in here half in and half out kind of a situation. No, that part of the story is gone, because this time around, like I said, if he goes in the wrong direction again, people, finished, done, over. Okay, the bottom of the deck, people, for the head energy first. Okay, let's see here, the head energy here. I've got so many cards, guys, it's not even funny. Okay, hold on. Okay, the bottom of the deck for the head, people, is the Two of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Sun. So this is where the balance is coming in the twin flame. The Moon and the Sun is you, divine feminine, and him, divine masculine. Where this Two of Pentacles is the balance, the priority that he is giving to this connection now. He's trying to put things in the right place with this connection in the head. In the head, okay, because he knows that he owns this connection, and he has to be very, very careful with this Two of Pentacles, which is the second house of Taurus, where there is a very, very stubborn energy in this man, people, with the Two of Pentacles, that it's time for him to bring back the balance in this connection in the head, and he is paying full attention to it. He's balancing his priorities. He's manifesting his priorities. He's taking every step in the right direction. He's not rushing, but he's doing the work in the right way to balance this energy of this, the head heart and the head energy in here, people. Because, like I said, he cannot goof up. No. He cannot goof up anymore, because that portion of that story is done and over with, people. So he has to be very, very extra careful, if I may say so. Okay, he has to be extra careful with regards to his story in the head in here, and that is exactly what he's going through at this point in time. The bottom of the deck, people, for the the heart energy, people, is talking about, let's see here, the Queen of Swords, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so he is manifesting that love back into the story. The Queen of Swords is your energy, divine feminine. He knows, you're ready to receive that love. If he can do that thing in the right way, if he can talk to you in the right way, if he can work with you in the right way, if he can manifest his will and desire in the right way with you with regards to the Knight of Cups energy, people. Okay, so therefore, like I said, this manifestation in the heart is something that he is also very careful, very, very careful. He's taking his time with the Magician energy. He's got the power, he's got the tools, but again, like I said, he is really, really, really careful at this point in time to do the right work with you in the heart as well, guys, because he knows you. Okay, with the Queen of Swords energy, people, what it is telling me is that you people, he knows you. Okay, that you will not take any BS, and I've said this before. So whatever he has to tell you, whatever he has to offer you, whatever he has to give you going forward, he will have to do that in a perfect way. Perfect way. Okay, he cannot goof it up. The bottom of the deck for the environment energy, people. Look at this. He's got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, he's got the Four of Swords upright, and he's got the Five of Pentacles. So that is where the change is what he's trying, because he is miserable without you in the 5D, people. He is apologizing, he's asking for forgiveness from you. With the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, he knows he has gone totally wrong. He could not reinstate this connection in the right way in the past. He could not build the connection in the right way in the past. He completely goofed it up, which is where he is very, very sorry, very apologetic. He is asking for forgiveness because without you, nothing makes sense to him anymore. The Five of Pentacles for him, people, in the environment is talking about a huge lack of happiness, a huge lack of spiritual poverty. I mean, a huge spiritual poverty, financial poverty, whatever that poverty is going through, people, where nothing in this world for him in the 5D is making any more sense, because that's where he is coming back to the point of understanding that he needs to ask for forgiveness, people, in order to change this Five of Pentacle energy, which is where he knows he left you out in the cold. And that in turn has left him out in the cold. That in turn has killed the connection today, where he realizing, people, that nothing in this world without your presence in the 5D is making any more sense for him at all. Okay, so this is where the 3D. The 3D story is moving into, guys. Okay, so let's move into the reading now. But I wanted to get this out of the way by the bottom of the deck, people, so that we know the theme of this reading and we can move into the actual reading at this point in here. Okay. The bottom of the deck, people, for this oracle, I need to show you that it's not even, you cannot make all this up, right? You got the Tower, you got the Celtic knot, or the unconditional love, the divine union, and the bridge, the communication. There is a huge awakening, people, with this unconditional love in the man, because you know why? He's got the key. He's found the solution to the problem. Okay, and that's where he wants to now reconnect, reunite, integrate this connection, overcome the barriers, compromise with you, divine feminine, to take this beautiful journey forward. Wow, okay, I had to do this. All right, let's get into the actual reading, people. All right. Now, the first deck out here in the Akashic, people, he's got the One of Force, or the Akashic field, which is completely telling me that receiving this card upright, guys, for him, tells me that even he knows he's got amazing opportunities ahead of him. Okay, where he can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the door into the Akashic field. The entire field is open for him, people. Okay, so he has to be in pursuit of his conscious self. He has to know, he has to visualize his goals, his aim, his ambition. His picture has to be very, very clear at this point, because you know why? At this moment, universe is ready and willing to align him with his heartfelt desires, what he really wants. And now is the time to make that happen. Beautiful. Okay, so this, along with the Moonology card, people, tells you North Node, step out of your comfort zone, bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. So what it is clearly telling me, people, is he got his North Node. He's getting his North Node. He's leaving the South Node, where there has been karmic situation, deaths, bad stuff. He has taken his compass and he's walking towards the North Node to bring back love into the situation, because this is his truth, for which he has to step out of the comfort zone to bring back this connection into the right place once again, people. And the time has come. And the time has come for him to take action on this situation here. Okay? Now, next part of the reading, guys, is telling me the first is Material Harvest, card number 9, or it's like the 9 of Pentacle energy, people. You know, very single energy where he can manifest everything that he actually desires. His health, his wealth, his vitality, everything that he hadn't been able to do before. So I said, okay, what about the material harvest? He gets intuition. So he's playing around with his intuition. There is something very deep within him that is manifesting the Nine of Pentacle energy, guys. Okay. And with intuition, he has got material and spiritual prosperity, or card number six, which is like the Six of Wands or the Six of Cups energy, which is a harmony in the material and spiritual prosperity, people, that he's attracting back with his single energy intuitively. He's bringing back that peace and harmony because he knows that he is capable of manifesting the material and the spiritual prosperity once again. And you know why? Because he wants the fulfillment of wishes with card number three, partnership and alliance. Okay, he wants to join hands with you, people. He wants to join hands with you because, see, again, being single, he can do things to a certain extent. But if he really wants to pull the entire energy in the right way, he has to have that partnership and alliance for the wish fulfillment to happen, which is where intuitively, people, he is working towards a material and spiritual prosperity in himself to bring back that story with you in the right direction, divine feminine. He knows that, guys. Okay, he is very, very conscious, very, very clear about his understanding with you in this twin flame connection, guys, because he knows that, like I said, single, he can do only so much. But when it comes to the partnership, the alliance, he can do three times more. Three times, okay? So with this card, people, he's got protection. So there is a divine protection for this connection in here, guys. A divine protection that is working behind the story of his intuition, of what he's trying to manifest. And I said, okay, what about the protection? He's got freedom. He wants to take you out of that barrier, divine feminine, where you are stuck. He wants a protection. He's giving you that protection because he wants you to give you that freedom as well. But he's also protecting you from other forces, from other stories, from other things that people might say, might talk, whatever they want to do behind you once he comes, So with this kind of an intuitive work, people, he's also trying to protect you because he's going to give you that freedom to come towards him and the connection very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, so that is the reason, people, he is doing a lot of internal work because he is very careful. Like I said, he knows he cannot goof up anymore, so he is extremely careful with his plans, with his ideas, because he knows in order to bring you out in the front, okay, in order to bring you in front of people, in front of the world, whatever that he wants to do with you, people, he has to also protect you. Because there is a possibility, he knows, that others might attack you. They might completely throw you off the loop, divine feminine. For some people, it also could be that, so he's being very protective. He's being very, very nurturing. He wants to really bring you out of that cage. He wants to give you that freedom with him, but he is also trying to be very, very paternal in this respect with you, people, okay, so that you don't get hurt here, divine feminine. Okay, now coming to the wisdom, people, card number three, or between world. Okay, it's clearly talking about him. You see, he's right now in that transition, in the wisdom. He's leaving the dark clouds behind to walk into a new area where there is a lot of passion, lot of energetic passion, with the red flame, the red color in here, people, where he really wants to manifest this beautiful journey of love with the three that's bringing the two of you together, or bonding you back into this relationship. So I said, okay, what about between world? You got expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. So the moment, it's like that energy, people, the more he is looking into it, the more he is moving into the story, the more miracles are exploding and will explode in front of him, which will come to him from the universe. Okay, so I said, okay, what about expecting miracles? He's got friends and colleagues and people, so he knows that this is going to be a beautiful, harmonious relationship with you people. Okay, where it will be your tribe in here, where you will have your friends, he will have his friends. All of you guys can come together and expect this miracle to happen, people, where there will be a lot of fun, party, games, joy, celebration, whatever that people will bring, or the tribe is going to bring back into your life in here, people. Okay, so this is all the energy in the higher self, guys, that he's working with that partnership. Because remember, I said he wants to bring you forward, but like I said, he's protecting you from all the bad people. He wants to bring the right quality of people in the front towards you, divine feminine. So he's being very, 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 very careful about the story. You know, he doesn't want you to get hurt. He doesn't want people to come forward and say wrong things to you, you know, be abusive with you, be sarcastic with you, be judgmental with you. Okay, so that is the reason, people, he's being very, very careful when it comes to the story with friends and colleagues that he wants, because you know that is what he's expecting out of this alliance, that is going to build back that spiritual and material prosperity, where both you guys can harmoniously blend yourself into that situation with your tribe, with your friend, with your colleagues, everybody who can share your same vibration with you and his and him being together in this story in here, people. All right? Okay, so I think I have explained. Oh, did I explain this, guys? All right. You know what? I talked about the perfection, but I think I didn't talk. Okay, let me go back to it later on. Okay. At the end, we'll look into the major arcana, because I spoke about the bottom of the deck, but now it struck me that I actually didn't explain this. Okay. This will be the last part of the story. All right. Let's delve into his head energy in here. Okay. Let's first see what's going on in the head part of the story, and then we'll move forward. So in the head, boom, comes the Queen of Wands. That's you, divine feminine. You are right in the beginning in his head. Okay, that's you. Now I said, okay, what about the Queen of Wands? You got the Knight of, or the Prince of Swords in the reverse. So there is no communication with you. You are not talking with him. He is not talking with you. And in the head, he knows that. So I said, okay, what about? And you know that talking doesn't mean, okay, let me talk here. The talking doesn't mean exchanging a text or asking each other, how are you? Talking means really communicating. So he knows that this communication is yet to happen with you. Okay, because there is a block with this communication and with you, divine feminine. So I said, okay, what about the Knight of Swords in the reverse? He's got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So this is the story. He is moving out of that Eight of Swords energy, people. That's why he's not talking to you right now, because he's slowly releasing himself from that mental sabotage. He's releasing himself from the fact that he couldn't talk to you properly. He's releasing himself from that burden of carrying that Eight of Swords energy on him all the time, not being able to talk to you, not being able to share things with you, not being able to give you the right kind of feedback from his side. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the Eight of Swords in the reverse? And then you have that strength card. So this is where he is manifesting his strength, people, to come back and talk to you. So I said, okay, what about that strength card? You got the woman, and that's you, divine feminine. So you know what it is, people, is he's getting back his strength in the head to talk back with you, because you know, like I said, that Eight of Swords in the reverse is where he was holding his pain, his grief, his sorrow, everything, that he could not really fathom the right energy in order to talk to you. Because every time, it's also what I'm getting, guys, is every time he might have opened up to speak with you, he was getting stuck in the head. The Eight of Swords, which is where the clearance is happening, which is where the strength is returning, which is where he is being able to understand that no, he has to talk. That's why we got the bridge and the communication in the end here, remember. Okay, so this is a mental preparation in the head that's happening. Next part of the story is people seven of Pentacles. So, you know, he's wondering about this. He's wondering about this communication, of how he can take this communication forward. He's investing on that. He's working on that energy. He's trying to understand what he needs to tell you. He's trying to understand what is that you both need to communicate now in the right way. So he's investing his time and effort in the head towards that communication. So I said, okay, what about the Seven of Pentacles? You got the Hermit. And you see the Strength card in here, people? He has already received that strength from the Hermit energy. He has gone down deep into himself. He has analyzed the entire story, why he couldn't talk before, why he couldn't communicate before, because he was so guilty. Don't forget that. He was guilty of his own doings. That is more where he was getting stuck. That is more where he was not being able to move forward with his communication. So I said, okay, because the Hermit is, and the Strength, okay, the strength is already there. That's why the Hermit has come, because now he can analyze the entire situation. So I said, okay, what about the Hermit? He's got again the Hermit. There is an entire deep clarification of this story within him, people. Within him. He's got the Hermit twice. Do you follow what I'm trying to say? There is so much of introspection. There is so much of his own interrogation. There is so much of his own self-questions. There is so much of his own deep search within him. It's not even funny anymore in the head part. So I said, okay, what about the Hermit? He's got the Firefly, illumination, chemistry, the inner fire, the soul spark. His soul is sparking, people. There's so much of clarity within him coming to the surface, that his soul is sparking that illumination. You know, he wants to talk with you right now. If he had his way, he would pick up the phone, come and ring your doorbell, send you an email, you know, that kind of an energy. But he is, again, because the Hermit is here, people, he's taking his time, because he's attracted to you, because you are, people, someone very exceptional, divine feminine. Like I said, with that, remember the bottom of the deck with the Five of Pentacles? Nothing makes sense without you to him anymore, people. Okay. The next card out is the King of Pentacles. So there it is. There he is, guys. He's grounding himself. He's bringing back his strength. He's done a lot of introspection, that now he knows he will have to gain back his confidence. He'll have to gain back his money, finances. That again is related to his confidence directly, people. Okay, when he can nurture you, divine feminine, when he can give you what you want, be generous with his own material harvest, whatever he has got with him or has built with him. So there comes the King of Pentacles. So I said, okay, what about the King of Pentacles? Ace of Cups. Look. So this is where he's being heart-centered. He wants to give you, now you see the fun here, people. Okay. King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is the new love. He truly wants to give you everything he has with him, people, in the head. That includes his money, that includes his material harvest, that includes his emotions. Everything that he has within him, people, he really wants to give you, because he loves you so much, people. He loves you so much. So I said, okay, What about the Ace of Cups? He got the Judgment in the reverse. So there had been a lack of judgment on the story before. He knows that. Where the awakening had not happened. And therefore, a lot of things have gone wrong. A lot of things, and second chance, that's what I said. He did not, at that point, he did not, and he knows that he did not get a second chance. So now he has to do things right. He has to go by the right way now. I said, what about the Judgment in reverse? He's got the cross. He's got his destiny, his spirituality. He's getting the divine guidance. Okay, because again, with the cross, people, he's gone through that trial and tribulation. With the Judgment card in the reverse, people, he's gone through a lot of trial and tribulations within himself, in the head. So now he knows that whatever he does, whatever he goes to do, has to be very genuine. Has to be very, very genuine. Okay, he cannot mess it up. He cannot, people. That's why he has to be very heart-centered. He loves you so much. He has to be very heart-centered, people, in order to give you back what you deserve, guys. Okay, and that is the trial, the tribulation, the destiny that has taught him everything. His spirituality is now his divine guidance to do things in the right way, people. Okay, then you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about a lot of shame. This is talking about a lot of guilt. This is talking about a lot of late night awakenings where he's not being able to sleep because something, like I'm telling you that in the headspace, he knows his entire story, but he now really is feeling that kind of shame within himself. It's that shame that comes to a person when they know they have done something wrong that they shouldn't have done, people. So I said, okay, what about the Nine of Swords? You get the Four of Swords. That is where the forgiveness is coming again. He is asking for forgiveness from you, Divine Feminine. He's asking for forgiveness for all the wrong things with the Judgment in the reverse that he has done towards you, towards his connection, towards a spiritual, beautiful, divine connection, guys. Okay, so this is the point. He's keeping awake in the night. He's not sleeping well because even the back of his mind is going around the Four of Swords. Okay, where he's talking to himself, praying, asking for forgiveness, meditating, contemplating on his own actions in the past, everything that has put him through that shame now, whatever that he did, his words, his actions, whatever that he manifested before is now all returning back as a part of his forgiveness story, people. So I said, okay, what about the Four of Swords? He's got the Empress in the reverse. There is no love. He wants that love from you, people. Okay, there is no love, there is no fertility in his head. He is totally blank without you being there, Divine Feminine. He wants to bring back that love. He wants to bring back that fertility. He wants to bring back that growth, and that is also something, people, he is praying to the Lord Almighty to give him back what he had lost and is shameful about that situation in his head. So I said, okay, what about the Empress in the reverse? He's got the Magician or the Mercury, the god, where he wants to communicate with you, people. He wants to be resourceful. He wants to take inspired action towards bringing back the entire situation in the right way. I said, okay, what about the god, the Mercury or the messenger of the god with communication? And we got the tree, grounded fertility, people, health, wealth, vitality with the Empress in the reverse. He's not feeling that vitality in his head. He's empty, like I told you. He's probably even suffering from a bad health at times. Okay, so that is where he wants to ground this energy, people. He wants to talk to you, to bring back that fertility, to heal himself, to become more powerful in his personal growth as well, people. Okay, because that is the past life that is evolving with the communication he wants to manifest, express, talk, ideas. Because without you, that I said, without you, he's not feeling well in the head space as well. So I said, okay, what about the tree? He's got the bellow, the catalyst, people. There is a spark that is igniting within him slowly from all that bad health energy, no love, no fun, no growth, no personal growth in the headspace. He's been stuck from where slowly something is coming back to life. Something is igniting back. Some very, it could be a small torch, a flame, a catalyst that he is igniting within himself or attracting back within himself, people, to bring back things in the right way. Okay. The next card you got the Page of Cups, which is talking about the situation of offer here, people. Okay, so the ignition or the light or the torch is the Page of Cups, that emotional creativity, that now he has to do something really solid to bring back this connection, to ground back this connection, to attract back you in the right way, people, is what is actually keeping him alive or getting back his life in the head in the right way. It's that energy, people, where suddenly, you get that ignition and you kind of start to focus on that, which in turn is building back your emotion and creating that spark of flame within you that you can do it. You can do it. If you want to, you can do it. So with the Page of Cups, I said, what about the Page of Cups? It's got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, people, which is what he had not invested before. That is why you got the Seven of Pentacles here. Remember I said he is investing in you now, where earlier he should have invested in this emotional creativity that he did not. He did not, and he knows about it. So I said, okay, what about the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse? He's got the Knight of Cups. So now he's investing in that emotional creativity in the head, which is the torch, which is the fire, which is the spark, which is that thing that is keeping him moving. And the Knight of Cups is full of love. Emotions is coming back into life where he had not, earlier, he had not made an offer. He had not given you anything. He had not done the right thing, not even a small offer, where he had not invested in that story at all, people, with the Page of Cups. Where that ignition is now coming back, that he has to do it much better. It has to be a better offer. Cannot be a little bit tiny offer anymore. It has to be a cup full of love that has to be given to you. I said, what about the Knight of Cups? He's got the Elephant, which is being very gentle with his emotions, being very gentle with his creativity, being very trustworthy with his willpower, with his focused power, where he's coming back to the fact with the Elephant, it's also about the tribe. Coming back to his stability. It's card number 13 or 4, breaks down to 4, bringing back that stability within this relationship in the head, people. And that is very, very important to him at this point in time. Okay, so in the headspace, guys, this is what is happening to the divine masculine. So it is a clear picture of the story that he has in the head. Okay. So you see how things are moving for him. He's understanding, see, with the Elephant, people, he's understanding his own flaws. He needs the tribe back. He needs the friend, colleagues. He needs the connection back where he has to be invested and be heart-centered in the right way towards the tribe, towards connections, towards you, towards the divine feminine, where people are going to trust him back. Because see, again, guys, somewhere in the head energy, he feels that he does not, that you do not trust him completely. Okay? And that is the reason he's taking his time to come back to you and talk to you because he fears that you will reject him. Okay? Because again, if you do not trust a person, you cannot talk to the person in the right way. And even if you talk, you're not, he's not sure how to prove himself in the right way towards you with his trust part, because he has done so many things wrong before that he is very, what's the word I'm looking for? That he is extremely sad about his own action and is feeling very guilty, very, very guilty for what he has earlier or what he has done before, guys. Okay, so now he's trying to completely change the entire story in order to bring back the trust and build back the tribe in the headspace with you people, because now he wants you to trust him, guys. Don't forget. But okay, if he comes and tells you trust me, it's not so easy. You're not going to trust him. You know what I mean? Because you're always going to take his words with a pinch of salt. So that kind of thing has to come back, where whatever he says, you will not blink your eye and you will trust him, people. You know what I mean? That is the energy. Okay, let's look in the heart space. We're coming down to the heart. You got death in the reverse, or it's got death in the reverse. So death in the reverse is a close of a personal chapter as well, people. Okay, where something earlier he probably had not been closing, or he had been waiting for something, but now universe in the heart space is asking him to close the old personal chapter. That's a close of an old chapter, a personal chapter for him, that something that he had been holding in his life. So I said, okay, what about the death in the reverse, the moon in the reverse, which is the fear, the illusion, the fear, the terror, the confusion, if I may say so, everything that had been holding him for a long time. I said, what about the moon in the reverse? It's got the king of wand in the reverse. This all created the king of wand in the reverse, people. The king of wand in the reverse is a very nasty energy of somebody. Okay, where people do all the wrong things because they are not in their right power. And king of wand in the reverse is very, very nasty. See, so this is where he, in the heart space, he had been very nasty, if I may use the word, guys. He has not been working his energies in the right way. He has been doing a lot of wrong actions, not looking at the bigger picture, being very, very mean-minded, being very, very small-minded. Okay, so in the heart space, that's the first energy. So I said, okay, what about the king of wand in the reverse? It's got fish, resources. It's all about money. Lot of money problems. He wanted to multiply that. He wanted to expand his monetary resources, but he couldn't. Maybe that is why he was feeling very kind of, you know what I mean? Mean-minded within himself in the heart. So I said, okay, what about the fish? Why? He has developed, he has matured. He has got back his maturity. He's getting back his maturity because he's understanding what he did before. Because money was probably a part of the story, guys, that kept him so mean. Maybe he was comparing himself with you, Divine Feminine, where he probably thought that you had more than your share of fun with your money, with your whatever that you have. Okay, and that point in time, he was more focused and concentrating on that part of the story of his own resources, which today he understands with age and maturity that it's not required. He needs to set his heart back in the right place. Okay? That money is not everything. Money is. It is a part of the story, but not everything. Okay? So the next card we have is the Five of Wands. This is where the fight was, people. In the heart space. The Five of Wands, where he was constantly having a tug of war with you, divine feminine, in the heart, over the money matter, or over your abundance, whatever that story is. Okay, that Five of Wands is where the fight was happening all the time. So I said, okay, what about the Five of Wands? Now it's got the Ace of Wands. He's understood. He's getting that clarity in the heart. That I don't need to do that. He's become old. He's become more matured. Okay, he's getting back his divine inspiration, his ideas, his creative spark is coming back in the right way. So I said, okay, what about the Ace of Wands? The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, where he had earlier been very foolish about his own prosperity. He had not been able, he was codependent. Not only that, he was also spending more money than he needed to spend, which completely threw him off the loop. But in front of others, he could not say that. But it was the fight at the bottom that he was having, which today, with you, Divine Feminine, is coming to understand with age and maturity that it was his fault. His fault, okay, what he did with his money, with his power, with his spendings, with his earnings, whatever. So I said, okay, what about the Nine of Pentacles? He's got the grasshopper. He's taking that leap of faith now. He's becoming very easygoing. He's not sitting in that energy, people. He's moving out of that. He's saying to himself, don't worry about all that money, blah, blah, blah. And he's moving on. He's taking that leap of faith because somewhere in the heart, people, he's coming to the point of understanding his own flaw and accepting it. Okay? I said, what about the grasshopper? He's got the child, new beginnings. He's becoming tender with age. He's becoming more softer with age. Okay? He's becoming more innocent with his age. All these transitions is happening. So I said, okay, what about the child? He's got the mask. So this is the story, people, where he was disguising himself totally. See? When he was disguising himself totally, but today he wants to move beyond the disguise. With the Nine of Pentacles, this was the mask in the reverse. This was the mask. He was not telling you the truth. He was not declaring the truth, but it was constantly an inner battle with you, Divine Feminine, that he was carrying on because he himself had no stability in the heart, people. Okay, the next card out is the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and that is the reason why he could not see the truth. Why he could not see the truth, why he was doing all the injustice, where he had a wrong karma, whatever that you want to say here, people. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's a complete haywire situation. Completely. I said, okay, what about the Ace of Swords in the reverse? He's got the Two of Swords in the reverse. He could not concentrate, people. He could not go down and delve into the matter. It was all very chaotic. Okay, that's why he could not see the Ace of Swords. That's why he could not see the truth, because that mask and the fight, which is now slowly getting over and done with his age and wisdom, earlier had been sitting within him, had been very much prevalent in him, people. So I said, okay, what about the Two of Swords in the reverse? He's got the Two of Cups. Now he knows. He wants a partnership that earlier he could not, he either did not have the time or he did not invest his time in that partnership because he was too busy fighting with you, divine feminine, over what you had and he did not have. So therefore, the Two of Cups is what about Two of Cups? And here comes the lily. It's becoming more established. This relationship is becoming mature. There is a lot of sexuality, a lot of passion in this relationship, people. There is new growth, new development in this relationship here, guys. Okay, so everything is coming back in the right way as he is clearing his heart space here. Let's look at the next card. You got the Seven of Cups in the reverse, where there was confusion before. Total confusion, guys. He could not see through the dark clouds. He could not. There was always a smoke screen in front of him. The Seven of Cups in the reverse is not being able to choose wisely as well. What he wanted in life, what his heart desired was. He could not manifest the choice. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the Seven of Cups in the reverse? He's got the Two of Cups again. Look, in the heart, his heart is boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Trying to think of a song in here that is like stuck in my throat, but okay, we'll get that song later on. It's a beautiful romantic song, people. What was that song? I Left a Girl in Kingston Town. Yes, yes. That's a song, it's coming back to me, okay? I Left a Girl in Kingston Town. Okay, now anyway, so this Two of Cups is again coming back to the point in here, people. Okay, he wants a partnership. So I said, okay, what about the Two of Cups? Look, the King of Cups becoming heart-centered. Knowing his right place in the heart now. With you, Divine Feminine. Okay, so it is an entire story, people. It's like, you cannot make all these things up. You know what I mean? Like, this is so beautiful and the heart is coming back to life. So I said, okay, what about the King of Cups? What do you have? Mountain. This is where the obstacle was. This is where the problem, he could not open his heart because of so many things. So many things. His pride was blocking him. He was cold. He was indifferent to his emotions. I said, okay, what about the mountain? Stalemate. That created a lot of stalemate energy in the twin flame connection because he was not coming to the point of being heart-centered. Not realizing the King of Cups energy was important for him or is important for him, people. Okay, that created a lot of stalemate energy within him. I said, okay, what about the stalemate? Snake, deception. See? Jealousy, betrayal. That was holding that connection in the heart, people. Because he was not able to establish this connection. Because of the Seven of Cups in the reverse. He did not know what he wanted with this connection, people. Now which he knows what he wants and is coming back to the King of Cups energy. So all this deception, all this block, all this stalemate energy happened because of the Seven of Cups in the reverse, where he could not choose his own road towards this twin flame connection, people. Towards you, Divine Feminine. Okay. Next card out, guys, in the heart, you got the Ten of Swords. He's got the Ten of Swords, which is talking about, again, a close. Closing the old part of the story, guys. Closing that pain, the deception. Closing that betrayal, the backstabbing, the toxicity. All that maybe seduction energy that he had used at one point with you. Anything. Okay. The Ten of Swords is an absolution. It's a surrender of that energy in the heart, people. I said, okay, what about the Ten of Swords? He's got the Empress. Boom! There comes back the love, where the Empress was missing in action in the headspace, you remember. Okay, the heart gets back the Empress now. The heart is coming back to life, people. The heart is building back because he doesn't want to leave his girl in Kingston town anymore. He wants to bring her back home. Let's put it like that. I said, okay, what about the Empress? The Knight of Sword. He wants to talk. He's making a plan for communication. He's looking into the future for his communication purpose. When he talks, it should be really good, should bring a lot of fruition in the communication. So this is the plan that he's working on. So what about the Knight of Sword, people? The Star card. That's a Queen of Air. That's a Queen of Sword. That's you again. Remember I said the Queen of Sword was here in the heart space? Oh boy. The Queen of Sword was here in the heart space at the bottom of the deck. That's what it is. He wants to talk with you guys. He wants to talk with you, wants to give you that love. So I said, okay, what about the Queen of Sword? Heart-centered, the Lion. He wants to let you know, he wants to show you how very heart-centered, how very full of love he is holding for you, Divine Feminine now. Wow. It's like that song that I told you about. That's such a beautiful song. There was another song that's coming into me. I think that was, The Last Waltz. I'll tell you that song in my next reading. I think it was called The Last Waltz. Have the Last Waltz with me. Something like that, on that line. So this is where the story in the heart is, people. He wants to dance around with you guys now. Or both of you people, he really wants to bring this connection to the point of you singing and dancing together and he's opening the heart space in such a way, people, that even probably you guys who have not seen or who has seen the other side of him before will be in shock when you see him again. Okay, let's move into the 3D energy. Now, the 3D energy, the first is Page of Wand in the reverse, which is talking about a lot of nasty behavior on his part before. Okay, again, being very mean-minded like the King of Wand in the reverse, not doing things properly, not reacting to things properly, creating a huge drama for no reason, being very angry all the time, that kind of an energy with the Page of Wand in the reverse. So I said, okay, what about it in the reverse? You got the Tower. There is a total upheaval and awakening in here in the 3D, guys, with him, with his action in the past, what he did, and now he wants to kill that action. There is a complete awakening with the Tower, people. Because you know why? That was the devil energy. And devil is before the Tower. He's releasing the devil energy to come back into the right state of awakening. I said, what about the Tower? He's got the Emperor. There comes the Divine Masculine. In the right way in the 3D now. Okay, so I said, okay, what about the Emperor? Clover, look. Good fortune. Carefree. Luck. Clover. Okay, beautiful energy, people. He's dragging back this beautiful energy in himself, guys. The next card out is the King of Cups in the reverse in the 3D. So see, in the 3D, in the heart, he is opening up the King of Cups. Remember I said, in the 3D, he knows what he did with the devil energy, people. The King of Cups in the reverse is very bad. All the cups, all the kings in the reverse is not good. Let's put it like that. Very manipulative energy, very, very manipulative emotional energy. That kind of an energy that he wanted to use only when he wanted to use it. Other times he would go back to being who he is, Very, very bipolar kind of emotions that he would portray at times. I said, okay, what about the King of Cups in the reverse? Because it's got Judgment here. It's got Judgment 3 times, people. There's a huge awakening with the Tower and Judgment. Look, With the Tower and Judgment, there is a huge, huge awakening, people, of the reality in here, of the actual reality that is going on in here, people. Okay, giving him a second chance. That 3D is giving him a second chance to do things right now. I said, okay, what about the Judgment? He's got Judgment in the reverse, where he did things wrong before. Universe is telling him to correct that entire part of the story on his own for this rebirth, for the second chance. Like I told you, this is the last chance he's getting, people. He goofs it up, done. Universe is not giving him a third chance anymore. That's it. So this second chance, make it happen right. Do it right, whatever you did wrong, because now you have woken up to your fact. You know your story. Get going, guys. Get going, divine masculine. I said, what about the Judgment in the reverse? Stepping stone. He is stepping, he is moving. He is taking one step out, one step at a time, people. Okay, baby steps, progress, whatever you want to call it. I said, what about that stepping stone? Rabbits towards the new beginning, towards this liberty, towards a sudden increase in his life that he wants to bring back in the right way now, people. In the right way, guys. Okay. Next card out is the Six of Cups. That's towards you, towards his reconciliation, towards his past life situation, towards his twin flame connection with the Six of Cups. I said, okay, what about the Six of Cups? He's got the Page of Wands upright. Now look at his change. Now look at his change. He wants to do things right by right. He wants to take this forward. He wants to manifest this beautiful journey. He wants to take every step in the right way. I said, okay, what about the Page of Wands? He's got the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. He's releasing himself from the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Remember? When he had been fooling people, but now he's working towards the right course, towards the right direction to nourish that Six of Cups, because he has to be free in order to give you back the right stuff in here. Divine Feminine. I said, okay, what about the Nine of Pentacles? Third person, third party karmic situation is done and over with, because he wants the Six of Cups. Remember that, people. In the 3D. Okay, don't forget, guys. It's in the 3D. That's all happening. Okay. The next card out is the Hermit in the reverse. Again, see? He had done things all wrong. He knows about it. He had lost his way with the third party. He had lost his way with the third party situation, people, when he had forgotten about the Six of Cups energy. That is now what he's building back again, leaving the third party situation, because that's where he had lost his way out of your twin flame journey. I said, okay, what about the Hermit in the reverse? He's got Two of Pentacles here. He's prioritizing, he's investing for himself. He's investing in this connection to bring back their entire story in the right way. I said, okay, what about the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands? Look, lot of deep intuitive desired work here to make his way to the place he wants to reach. He's planning, people. He's in the planning. That's why he's balancing himself in the 3D. He's planning, he's balancing. Let's look at it. I said, okay, what about the Two of Wands? He's got the broom. He's sweeping off things in the 3D he doesn't need anymore. He's cleaning up his place. You know, it's like when the place is totally cluttered, or he himself is, that was my dog. He himself is being cluttered. That's where he's sweeping. He's taken a new mop, I guess, and he's cleaning it up. He doesn't want the mess there in the 3D, in the practical world. Okay, the last card out is the Queen of Cups. Look, that's you, Divine Feminine, guys. That is you, Divine Feminine, Queen of Cups, unconditional love. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups in the heart, Queen of Cups in the 3D. Okay, I said, okay, what about the Queen of Cups? Five of Swords. This is where he had been fighting. Remember the Five of Wands? Where do we see the Five of Wands? In the heart. Okay, this is where the fight, the defeat has happened today with you. He cannot fight you anymore. That's the Five of Sword in here. I said, okay, what about the Five of Sword? He's got the world. He is closing the last chapter, opening a brand new chapter with you, Divine Feminine, keeping away the defeat energy, keeping away the ego, the pride, his own narcissist behavior. That's all gone with the 1010 portal people. He is refreshing, revitalizing his own situation with the world card. I said, okay, what about the world? He's got loons. He's coming back with the Queen of Cups to the deep commitment. He wants to reawaken the lost hope in you, people. He wants to bring back that beautiful commitment of the uncommon bond. He wants to manifest that love back with you in the 3D. I said, okay, what about the loons? Sun, life, bringing in life, with the purpose in here, guys, with the success and vitality. That is his self-realization. I said, okay, what about the Sun? He's got the trophy. He wants to be victorious. He wants to win you back, people, with his right intention now. With his right intention, and that's why we got the bridge. That's why we got the Celtic knot. That's why we got the tower in here and the key. Okay, he's found a solution to wipe out every part of his old story and to bring in the new story into this situation in here. Okay, now the major arcana, guys, before I wind up for this reading, is the Hanged Man in the reverse. Then you got the Chariot. He's got the Chariot, and then he's got rejection. So what it is telling me, people, and the bottom of the deck was perfection. Okay, he's working towards perfection from this trickery and getting back his wisdom. Okay, so now what has happened is he's looked into this, people. He stalled in the situation for a long time because he was working on the story. He's taking it forward. He has learned about himself. He's learned about his mistake. He's gone through that major trial I spoke about in the head place. He has seen things from a different perspective. He's totally enlightened now. He's totally enlightened. I said, okay, the Hanged Man and the Chariot. Now he's ready to move forward. He's getting ready to move forward into this twin flame connection because his rejection, his painting, he's rejecting the old ideas. He's rejecting the old thought patterns. He's painting a new pattern of perfection in his life with his wisdom card in here, people. Okay, so this is the story in here, guys. Where he's working back his energy, people, working back himself in the right way towards this connection, towards this twin flame journey, towards you, Divine Feminine, giving you the right place that he really wants to give you now moving forward. Enjoy this reading, and tomorrow, as I promised, I don't know if I've said this, I'm going to do a Divine Masculine message reading for you. What he has to tell you, actually. We'll do that. We'll see that tomorrow as we go into the next part of this journey, in the next week again, people. Okay. Till then, guys, enjoy this reading. And if you have any comments, please let me know. I enjoy reading every part of your comment. Until we meet again, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.